All right, looks like we are live once again on YouTube.
All right, welcome back, everybody. And right now we're going to, I'll entertain a motion to sign the memorandum agreement between the town of Freetown and Public Employees Union Local 1144 Lyuna, Assistant Town Clerk. Do I have a motion to sign the agreement?
Motion granted.
Do you have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Selectman Matthews,
Yes.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
and Selectman Pacheco.
Yes.
All right,
I believe next is the award proposal for the feasibility study, Tim?
that's correct.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to award the feasibility study based on the two proposals that came in to Compass Group Architecture in the amount of $7,350.
Motion granted.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Selectman Matthews,
Yes.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
and Selectman Pacheco.
Yes.
All right,
And next is the shelter.
yep, agreement with the town of Lakeville for use of the Lakeville Animal Shelter. This is the same as it's been in years past.
Do I have a motion to approve and sign?
Motion granted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Selectman Matthews,
Yes.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
and Selectman Pacheco.
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have Chapter 90 partial reimbursement request for the chip sealing of Bell Rock Road project. That project was approved on August 3rd, 2020. This would just get some of the Chapter 90 funds coming back to the town.
Do I have a motion to
Motion
approve?
to accept, approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Selectman Matthews,
Yes.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
and Selectman Pacheco.
Yes.
All right. So next up, snowplow contract for 2020-2021 snow season for John, and I'm going to butcher this name, and I apologize to him, Powellcheck. He actually plowed for our last storm, so this would be retroactive approval for the last storm.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion granted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Selectman Matthews,
Yes.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
and Selectman Pacheco.
Yes. Can we have an update from the highway surveyor as to where we stand with this, with the,
Okay.
Thank you.
Good update. I can take care of that. All right, so next up we have the last of our annual renewal licenses renewals. Class 2 motor vehicle dealer's license. This will be for John's Auto Sales, Chipaway Auto Sales, and Copart of Connecticut Incorporated, doing business as Copart. And also for the annual license for automatic devices, Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 6643. That's for one automatic pool table.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to approve John Auto Sales and Chipaway Auto Sales. And also the automatic devices annual license for Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 6643. I'll also entertain the same motion for Copart of Connecticut, subject to the same terms and conditions as originally imposed.
Motion granted.
Do you have
Second.
a second? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Selectman Matthews,
Yes.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
and Selectman Pacheco.
Yes.
All right. So next up, we're looking to revisit the December 7th decision on the tax title auction of 3 properties in tax title. And those 3 properties are 14 East Howland Road, 106 North Main Street, and 0 Middleborough Road. That's in the vicinity of the boat ramp.
That one we discussed keeping Middleborough Road and not auctioning that off.
That's correct.
Okay. And
I still think that that's probably the way to go. Let's hold on to Middleborough Road right now.
The issue at hand was you guys had set a minimum on
Yeah.
1 or 2 of those properties. I can't remember offhand. The auctioneer that we usually use, JJ Manning, has said that that will not be, that won't get you any, any action on that auction. So he recommends an absolute auction like we've done, to the point where he said that if there is a minimum set by the board, he will not be interested in auctioning that property for us.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to proceed with the auction as we have previously done in the past. for 14 East Howland and 106 what?
106 North Main Street.
North Main Street, and hold on the Middleborough Road. I'll entertain that motion.
Motion granted.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Selectman Matthews,
Yes.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
and Selectman Pacheco.
Yes.
All right. Next up is a non-disclosure agreement with Mass Mailers Plus for the annual street listing printing. This is again, same as last year.
I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion granted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Selectman Matthews,
Yes.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
and Selectman Pacheco.
Yes.
All right, you guys are flying tonight. So next up, we have holiday hours for the Freetown transfer station. Previously, you guys had voted to do the same thing we did last year, but the holidays were actually on Wednesdays last year. The transfer station's not open on Tuesdays, so that vote can't really apply to them. It was a request from the transfer station supervisor, Vicky King, about whether or not that is being extended to them as well. Town offices are closing at 1 o'clock on New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve. So she wanted to know if that applies to the transfer station as well.
That seems reasonable, right?
To me, George?
So she'll be closed the 24th and the 25th?
At
No, it'll
1.
be 24th and the 31st at 1 o'clock.
Okay, and the 25th and the 1st, she would also be closed.
Correct. Yep.
But she would be open that Sunday, which is the 26th and the 2nd.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
Oh, we actually the 27th and 3rd for the Sundays, but yes.
okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion granted.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Selectman Matthews,
Yes.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
and Selectman Pacheco.
Yes.
All right, so next up, we have a couple sets of minutes, December 7th and December 11th, 2020.
Do I have a motion to approve as presented?
Motion granted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Selectman Matthews,
Yes.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
and Selectman Pacheco.
Yes.
All right, so next up's Personnel Board. Trevor, did you want me to continue as I've been going, or do you want to take it?
This works well for me if you want to keep going.
All right. All right. First up, we're actually going to skip this one. It's a request from Treasurer Collector Jessica Thomas to work from home. She said the issue is no longer an issue, so she requested that we skip this if it's the board's pleasure. So next, we have the Board of Selectmen representative to the Town Moderators Town Meeting Study Committee. If you'll recall, at the last town meeting, we approved this town meeting study committee. They're going to look at the bylaws about in regards to the town meeting. There needs to be a representative from the selectmen. So I need to know who to recommend or I need to notify the moderator who the selectman representative would be. Don't all volunteer at once.
No, does anyone want to be involved in this? Does anyone have any kind of eagerness to be involved?
Do you, Trevor?
I'll definitely do it.
Okay.
It's gonna be a good way for me to really get familiar with those bylaws.
It's all yours.
All right. So it looks like it's me.
We need to vote on that?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to have Trevor Matthews be the representative from the Board of Selectmen on the town meeting bylaw committee.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
Selectman Pacheco,
Yes.
and Selectman Matthews.
Yes.
All right. So next up, we need to set the pay rate for the part-time contract tracer positions. You guys had created these positions, I think last week, now the 11th. So we just need to figure out what exactly they're going to be paid. The public health nurse and the EMA director have recommended $20 per hour.
I'll make a motion to approve via the recommendation of both the public health nurse and the fire chief at $20 an hour to be paid out of the CARES Act.
You might not want
In
to
the
put that
grant.
in the motion.
And
'Cause
other
both-
grant.
Both the grant and CARES Act expire December 30th.
Oh, so how,
There is
Just
money,
voting on the rate.
I'm sorry?
I was saying just vote on the rate.
yeah, I will, but I want to know how it's being paid now because I thought it was,
There's funding in the Board of Health budget specifically for part-time help, which they don't use right now.
But what about the new position?
I know. That's just what I was told by accounting.
Right, so, but that money is already earmarked for the new position. That's the money that, so we are gonna have an issue.
Hmm.
Do we think that the CARES Act will get extended or?
Yeah, I do,
I've-
because finally Washington approved it. I just don't know when we're gonna get money.
Right. Last I heard, state and local funding was out of that, but we haven't been notified either way, or at least I haven't.
So, I mean, we can make the motion to approve, but all those people have to get together, because that part-time position that we all approved, that money in that budget is that money that we're talking about right now. So, yeah, there's an issue. I mean, accounting has to talk to, we can't use that money. We've already approved that for that position. So I'm not sure where this money is coming from. Do you
Well,
guys follow me?
This is all new. So we probably would have to take it out of available funds or get a transfer. Not like we have a choice.
No, we don't. So this is gonna have to come out of reserve. Because this board approved the part-time position, the new part-time position, because we had money. See, we created that position, but we knew that they had money in the budget for that position, right? So that's something we already did. Now, this is something that's an emergency situation that is unforeseen, so it should come out of the reserve, it shouldn't come out of Board of Health. But, so I
So
think,
can I make a recommendation?
yeah,
Maybe just say right now, just kind of approve it. I will do the legwork to figure out exactly how much money. It's actually Victoria. She's coming up for a future appointment for the part-time position. I'll figure out, make sure there's money available, and we'll go
Yeah.
from there.
yeah, I mean, we can approve the rate tonight, but all of that needs to be, all of where it comes from needs to be worked out.
Yep, I'll put if it turns out that a transfer request is going to be necessary, I'll make sure that's on the agenda for the 4th.
Okay,
So at the very least, we'll know at least we're going to stop the positions at that point,
okay,
if
so
necessary.
I'll make a motion to approve the $20 as recommended from the fire chief and the public health nurse.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
Selectman Pacheco,
Yes.
and Selectman Matthews.
Yes.
Just on the topic of transfer requests, we're also going to need a transfer request for the transfer station attendant as well. So that'll probably be on the 4th as well. I just got to figure out exactly how much that needs to be.
Okay.
This
All right.
is for increase in pay?
Nope, it would be for the full-time transfer station attendant that we were advertised for.
Oh, okay. But didn't we have that in the budget?
You had money in the budget for a part-time attendant. I think there's just going to be a little bit of you'll be a little short in the budget. So
Okay.
I'll figure
All
out
right.
exactly what it needs to be.
Okay.
Thanks, Tim.
All right. Yep. So next we have a few appointments. Did you want me to do them all at once or two separate items?
I mean,
All at once would be good for me.
All right. So we have the appointment of Sophia Sarmento, Deb Allert, Megan McGinn, and Alexandra Galtz as part-time contact tracers effective December 11th, 2020, when you created the position. And also Victoria DeAntony as senior clerk. This will be for the Board of Health and Building Department. And that would be effective tomorrow, December 22nd, 2020.
I'll make a motion to approve those appointments.
Now, just a quick question. Victoria, is she the person that was an employee already?
Yep,
Inside?
she currently works in the Conservation Commission
Okay, all right.
as their clerk.
So Lisa, you made a motion?
Yes.
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
Selectman Pacheco,
Yes.
and Selectman Matthews.
Yes.
All right, so that's pretty much all I got.
Thank
You
you,
guys are
Tim.
good tonight.
You know, I think it's when you're running the agenda there, you keep it on pace. There's something to it.
I do have just one update for old business. We had money left over in the budget from last year that we were able to transfer to this year to get all new computers for the town hall, which are incredibly needed for some of the departments. So they actually were already delivered today. We were shocked at how fast that was. So the town administrator's office, there are a number of computers. So
That's-
hopefully we'll get those installed as soon as possible.
That's exciting. That's great.
I have a question before we go. The signs. I had given David, I believe, some literature on these signs. Did you get any of that? Did I
Yep,
send that to you?
he had forwarded it to me. I think I still need to figure out exactly where to pay for it yet. With the snowstorm last week, we had a short week, so I wasn't able to track that
Okay.
down yet. But
But that's moving along.
yes, it is. Yep.
Okay.
I'll have
And
it on my list to talk to Kim tomorrow to figure out exactly where that
Okay.
would come from.
The other thing was the cameras. We never made a decision on that. The cameras tied into the police station, to me, were prohibitively expensive unless we really feel they should be tied into the police station, which would be ideal. But if we choose not to go that route, I did get another call from Comcast. They would install cameras wherever we wanted them to. And basically, there would only be a monthly charge. So that would be, inexpensive, so to speak, comparatively speaking. So if we want to move ahead with any of that, those are the two options.
That sounds like I mean, do you know how much the monthly charge is? Is they per
Not
camera? Is it,
exactly. I can get that for us for the next meetings if that's the way you want to go.
I mean, that sounds,
Yeah.
So what do you got?
I like the idea of tying it into the police station and doing, having it be part of the capital budget. Because then that way, if something happens, we know it right away. We don't have to go back and look at the cameras. They'll be able to see if something's going on, like at that time, and send somebody over there. It won't happen tomorrow, but I think that if we tie it into the capital improvement plan, as part of the budget for next year, I don't know, that might be a good way to go. But I think you should, it wasn't the amount like $150 a month, George?
For Comcast,
Yeah,
I don't want to say, I'm not sure.
okay.
But I do want to say, Lisa, to your point, which I would agree with 100%. But the problem with the police station is that Chief Abbott made it very clear that his staff wasn't going to be watching those cameras. They have up there, I don't know, many screens because there's a lot of cameras. And he did not want us to think that because the cameras were sending the pictures to his displays wherever they are, that people were actually watching. You might actually, in some ways, you might be better off with the cameras at the landfill or the transfer station rather, that would trigger a call to wherever you designated it to, that there was some movement off hours. When the place is open, well, everybody knows what's going on and you're just recording for posterity. Otherwise, off hours, somebody would get notified if we set that up.
Okay.
Off hours, the police station may or may not see or notice what's going on there because it wouldn't trigger an alarm as far as I can tell. And that's what the chief tried to make clear to me.
Okay, all right,
So-
then we can probably put this on for the next agenda then, January 4th.
Okay.
All right.
So I do have one more update I forgot about. I was lucky enough to meet with Mr. Jankowski, Pierre Jankowski today, and his lovely wife, Lori. I think everything's good to go. He's on board. So I'm asking the board if we want to schedule a quick meeting sometime next week to, formally agree to the contract and do the appointments for the town administrator.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Do you have any recommendations on the date?
No.
Just not Christmas.
No, yeah.
New Year's Day.
Maybe the 29th. The 29th maybe, which is a Tuesday, or we could stick to the 28th, the Monday and 4 o'clock, or I don't want anything else. It's just sign this and done. So we could either do it first thing in the morning or stick to the 4. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I can move stuff around. I can do the morning. I could whatever is easiest for everybody else. I'm pretty
Yeah,
flexible.
morning would be good. That way it's
Okay.
done.
Yep. I like that.
9 too early?
Nope.
That
9?
works.
Okay, so
Work.
9 o'clock on the 28th.
Perfect.
28th. Okay, sounds good.
All right, I do have an announcement that the food pantry that we've all been working on is going to be open on the 23rd, this Wednesday, at the Freetown Elementary School parking lot. People are, anybody can go. Just bring a bag or a box, and you can pick up whatever your needs are. I just want to thank Craig Cabral, and I want to thank Jean Fox, David Dimash, Cape Cod Aggregate, and Jim Resendiz, KR Resendiz Incorporated. It came together and it meshed really well, and we made a lot of headway. So I think we're all really excited about the potential that this is going to have on the community. We are also working hand in hand with Berkeley as well. So it is definitely a community involvement, and I just wanted to make mention of that.
Should we also recognize Stop and Shop for donating all this?
Oh, 100,000%.
Yep.
And that they're gonna, they got the ball rolling for us. And like people are gonna be able to like donate things and then pick up stuff. So we're gonna try to keep this going for as long as we can. It's got a potential to really grow, and it all came together at the last hour, but it all worked. So,
Great.
all right, I'll
you.
entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion granted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Selectman Matthews,
Yes.
Selectman Grunwald,
Yes.
and Selectman Pacheco.
Yes. Happy holidays to everybody.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Good
Bye.
night.